ഇതുവരെയുള്ള സമയം.
A long time ago, a goddess came down from the sky to live with humans. She was amazed by their emotions and love. So she decided to stay and marry a human. But their children were cursed and forced to hide in dark caves deep in the jungle. The goddess returned to the sky, leaving her children behind. Years later, people discovered that these mysterious beings had magical powers. They believed worshipping them would bring wealth. This is where our story begins. A young orphan named Choken lives in the dense jungles of Iliamla. One day, while running through the fields, he accidentally enters the land of Thuppen, the cruel village chief of the powerful Rangit family. Thuppen gets angry and calls Choken worthless, telling him to leave. But his kind wife, Nangakutty, gives Choken food and asks why he isn't afraid to be in the jungle alone. Choken tells her about the spirit of Iliamla. Curious, she asks if he has seen it, but he gets nervous and runs away, leaving behind some mangoes. She eats the mangoes, not knowing their importance. It turns out the spirit Choken mentioned is Choken, the son of the goddess. The villagers fear him, believing no one returns from his cave. But Choken is actually his friend, and secretly brings him food in exchange for rare gemstones. Later, Thuppen finds out his wife ate fruit from an orphan and becomes furious. To purify himself, he bathes in the family's sacred pond but sees Choken also bathing there. Enraged, he kills the boy with a stone. This act awakens Choken's anger. He curses the village, causing mysterious deaths. The frightened villagers beg for help, but even Thuppen is not spared. In desperation, they summon the goddess's other son, Gadi Devon, using dark magic during a lunar eclipse. Years pass, and we meet a girl named Kamari, who lives with her uncle and aunt after losing her parents. One day, she receives a marriage proposal from Druv, the younger son of the Rangit family. Her brother, Jay, warns her that the family's land is cursed and that Druv's uncle is a cruel man. He also says Druv is unstable. But Kamari agrees to marry him, not wanting to be a burden. After the wedding, as Kamari travels to her new home, a strange woman warns her not to go, saying the land is cursed. Frightened, Kamari hesitates, but Druv's uncle ignores the warning. Upon arriving, she notices Druv behaves strangely, avoiding people and spending time with his pet animals. She also sees the family secretly worshipping something in the temple. When she asks Druv about it, he refuses to answer. One day, while exploring the house, Kamari reaches the jungle's edge and sees Choken's spirit calling her. Before she can follow, Akiutum's wife stops her, warning that no one from their family can enter Iliamla because a demon, Choken, lives there. She tells Kamari the history of the jungle, but Kamari doesn't believe her. That night, Kamari has a nightmare about a woman covered in blood, holding a baby. Scared, she tells Druv, who gives her a special stone for protection. Meanwhile, in the village, things get worse. The chief takes all the farmers' crops, leaving them with nothing. Desperate, they beg for mercy, but Akiutum and his uncle treat them cruelly. Druv stands up for the farmers, but his uncle mocks him. Later, Kamari asks Druv why his family treats him badly. Druv reveals that since childhood, he was seen as different. Only Akiutum was respected, while Druv was called insane. He admits that as a child, he once lost control and burned his teacher. Since then, people have feared him. Kamari comforts him, promising to never leave him. As days pass, Kamari keeps having the same nightmare. One day, near the jungle, she sees Choken's spirit again and follows it. Deep in the forest, she meets a tribal woman who has lived there for generations. The woman looks at Kamari and says something shocking. The village has been waiting for her for centuries. She warns that Kamari is pregnant and that her own family will try to kill her child. Kamari is filled with fear. The woman warns Kamari that when danger comes, she must run to the jungle, where the deity Iliamla Choken Dev will protect her baby. Scared, Kamari runs back toward the village but faints at the forest's edge. When the villagers find her, a healer is called. Soon, everyone learns that Kamari is pregnant. Akiutum is unhappy, but Druv and his uncle are overjoyed. Druv believes their child will make him the rightful heir, finally earning him the respect he has always wanted. As time passes, Druv gains confidence. His uncle even declares that Druv will be the next village chief. But one night, Kamari wakes up to find Druv missing. Worried, she searches for him and is horrified to see him sitting in a dark corner, covered in blood. His hands are shaking, and she realizes he has cut off his own fingers. Druv tells her that now, like the deity Gadi Dev, He also has only 3 fingers. The next day, Druv and Akiutum argue fiercely. In anger, Akiutum leaves and later meets a woman named Parjat. She tells him that if he wants his power back, he should abandon Gaudy Dev and pray to the sacred Iliamla rock instead. Meanwhile, Kamari tries to comfort her sister-in-law, feeling guilty about Druv's strange behavior. But to her shock, Akiutum's wife reveals that she chose never to have children because the firstborn in their family always meets a terrible fate. She tells Kamari an old secret from 800 years ago. When Iliamla's curse struck, their ancestor, Thuppen, begged Gaudy Dev for protection. But Gaudy Dev demanded something in return. The family's firstborn child, Thuppen's wife, Nanga Cuddy, gave birth to a child blessed by the goddess. But Thuppen made a terrible decision. He sacrificed their son to Gaudy Dev. In a flashback, we see Gaudy Dev consuming the baby, breaking the deadly snake curse. Nanga Cuddy, heartbroken, took her own life. After revealing this dark past, Akiutum's wife takes Kamari to a hidden room in the house. Inside, they find a horrifying sight, a weak, barely alive man, suffering endlessly. She reveals that this man is Thuppen himself, cursed to stay there forever as punishment. She also warns that after 12 generations, another sacrifice is needed. If Kamari wants to save her child, she must seek help from the Iliamla rock. As they talk, the village chief secretly listens from the shadows. Soon after, he orders Akiutum's wife to be killed. Heartbroken but determined, Kamari remembers her sister-in-law's advice. That night, she sneaks into the jungle, where she meets the tribal woman again. The woman gives her an ancient book that can summon Iliamla Choken Dev. She then leads Kamari to a hidden cave deep in the forest. Inside, Kamari sees a shadowy figure. It reaches out, touches her womb, and assures her that her baby will be safe. Before disappearing, it gives her a protective charm. Outside, the tribal woman instructs Kamari to bury the charm at home and trust the power of the Iliamla rock. She warns that a great change is coming, and Kamari must be ready. The next morning, chaos erupts in the village as an old curse returns. People fall ill, and fear spreads. The villagers turn to their chief for guidance. Knowing the curse is connected to the Iliamla rock, he announces that Druv will be their new leader. The villagers bow before him. Feeding his growing pride, Druv's uncle advises him to use the villagers' fear to his advantage, just like he did in the past. Meanwhile, Akiutum and Parjat sense danger and try to escape to the caves of Iliamla, but an unseen force kills Akiutum. At the same time, Druv and his uncle perform a ritual to summon Gaudy Dev, while Kamari prays to the sacred Iliamla rock. Suddenly, a snake emerges and bites the village chief, killing him instantly. Grieving his uncle and brother's deaths, Druv looks for the source of the curse. He tortures a laborer, but the man warns him that the true danger lies with the tribal people, the real followers of the rock deity. Furious, Druv visits his cursed ancestor, Thuppen, vowing to destroy the jungle deity. Thuppen warns him to wait until after the lunar eclipse, but Druv ignores him. Leading an army, Druv attacks the tribal people, but their leader, the same woman who helped Kamari, warns that the rock will demand a sacrifice, starting with him. Just then, a terrifying voice echoes from the jungle, causing the villagers to flee in fear. Back home, Druv confronts Kamari, accusing her of betraying him. Enraged, he decides to sacrifice both her and their unborn child to lift the curse. He locks her away, waiting for the birth. 9 months later, Kamari's brother Jane visits and learns the truth. He tries to stop Druv, but Druv kills him without mercy. Desperate, Kamari seeks help from Thuppen. He confesses that the curse began when he sacrificed his own son to Gaudy Dev, breaking his wife Nanga Cuddy's heart. Her spirit still lingers, trying to guide Kamari through her dreams. He tells Kamari the only way to end the curse is to find the village's true deity, hidden in an underground cellar. The night of the lunar eclipse arrives. Kamari gives birth, but is captured before she can escape. As the ritual begins, Druv's blood awakens a monstrous creature from beneath the temple. He places his newborn son before it, preparing for the final sacrifice. But at that moment, the Iliamla rock awakens. Choken, the jungle's guardian, rises to fight Gaudy Devon. A fierce battle erupts between the two powerful beings. Meanwhile, Kamari regains strength and grabs a spear. As Druv prepares to sacrifice their child, she drives the spear through his heart, killing him. Choken defeats Gaudy Devon and emerges holding his severed tongue, a sign that the curse is broken. The village is finally free from its dark past. In the end, Kamari takes charge of the village, freeing the laborers and sharing the land's wealth. Years later, her son grows up. One day, he stands at the jungle's edge, hearing a voice calling to him from the shadows, and with that the movie ends. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Movie Nexus, and hit the bell icon for more epic movie content.